Hi, everyone. I'm Colleen.
I'm Cindy here.
Thanks for joining us for episode 11 of Conversations from Beyond. Once again, we're going to be joined by our new recurring guest, Big Birtha, who is also my spirit guide and my half soul. But we've also been told that there's going to be another being of light joining us today with a message. We don't know in advance what the messages are going to be, so it's a surprise every time. And last week was, well, the messages and the discussion were pretty mind expanding. So I can't wait to see what we're going to learn today. And I'll pass things over to you, Cindy.
Okay, thank you. So I'm going to light my candle and call in my angels and bring in the energy. Set the energy for the session, and as I do so, I ask, as always, that you there we go, that you listen to your own inner guidance and always use your own discernment when you hear these messages or any messages. Take what resonates, take what you like, and leave the rest. All right. Okay, I will tilt the camera down so you can see what's happening on the mat. So the pendulum doesn't move as much anymore because I'm getting better and better at channeling, but it does help me to focus and sort of step aside, which is why I still use my pendulum. So we have circles. This tells me that my angels are here. We have two guests that would like to share information with you today. So now the pendulum has gone still, so that's my angels stepping aside for someone else to come through. This is Big Birtha. I have something to share that will be a bit different. This is something that is a foundation of how life is experienced on this side of awareness. Many people are curious about soul lives on this side of awareness. And this is what I want to address today. There is so much more to this idea than I will explain today. However, this will give you a good foundation to understand life on this side of awareness. There is a lot more energy on this side of awareness. And this energy has many effects on our lives. Earth is in a bubble, so to speak. And you are not aware of the energy on this side of awareness. So this energy is something that is with us all the time. And it is part of us. And we are part of it. This energy is source energy. And source energy is something that is magical beyond your imagination. Source energy is the energy that surrounds everything on this side of awareness. It may be thought of as the space between everything. Source energy can make a huge and powerful hang on a second. Was that all correct? Yes. Make a huge and powerful okay, it keeps going to the I, but I have no idea what the word is. Is I correct? Yes. Huge and powerful. So island. Make a huge and powerful island of energy in a way that we, or that I, will explain. The I and the W are opposite each other, so often they say we, but I forget sometimes we're talking to Big Bertha. This island of energy is a metaphor. Source energy is magical in a way that I am trying to explain. The energy I am speaking of has an ability to create an island of energy. And this island of energy is something that you will have access to once you have your great awakening moment. This is something that happens on this side of awareness. Souls are working through their learning and growth as they have chosen, and they are doing all of this from a place of love and light, and they understand who they truly are. During these learning sessions, souls may use an island of source energy to help them to move forward with a boost of energy. This would be like a person taking a supplement to help them with their own energy levels. Except that on this side of awareness, love energy is not harmful in any way. Love energy is available to every soul. And these islands of source energy are there for every soul to use whenever they wish. These are described as islands because they are physical in a way. There is the home where all love energy is stored. And there are these islands of source energy. These islands of source energy are like access points to the home where all love energy is stored. They allow souls to access source energy from wherever they are without having to travel anywhere far. These islands are very plentiful. These islands are like stars in your universe. However, they are not far away. Like your stars in your universe. This is a complex concept. However, the point which I am making is that there are access points in the universe for all souls to access source energy easily and with great mobility. These access points are like stars in our universe on this side of awareness. We have a universe similar to yours, and yours was designed after the universe on this side of awareness. There is another quality to these islands of source energy. These islands of source energy are like beacons of love energy throughout our universe. These islands of source energy are also anchoring this energy throughout our universe. And this has a special purpose. This anchoring of love energy on this side of awareness is something that is what is allowing souls to move about the universe and learn and grow. Without this source energy spread around the universe, there would be no universe. This is similar to your universe. Your universe is also made up of energy. And this energy is a love energy. And this love energy is a different potency in different parts of your universe. So, this is where things get more complicated. Your universe is not all made of source energy, which is the highest form of love energy. Your universe is mostly made of weaker love energy. And this is for a reason. If your universe was made of source energy, you would not have an Earth experiment. The whole point of the Earth experiment was to be born into a blank slate and choose love and light and become who you truly are from a state of not knowing. If your universe was made up of source energy, that would be impossible. Source energy is that powerful that if your universe had source energy within it, you would not be able to be born without knowing who you truly are. So Earth is made of a less powerful love energy. The entire universe of Earth. However, that is changing. Source energy is now being trickled to Earth. And this trickle is more powerful than you realize. This is the most powerful energy in all that is. And it is beginning to trickle to Earth. And this trickle will become a flow that will be a rushing flow by the time everyone on Earth is awakened. Every person on Earth who has their great awakening moment allows for more of this source energy to flow to Earth. The opening of this portal of love will open fully with Pele's birth. However, as each person awakens, they will bring their love energy imprint fully into their bodies. And this will increase the flow of source energy through this portal of love. Okay, she's taking a break. Sorry, that got challenging there for a minute. Sometimes that happens.
That's okay.
Yeah, because it's interesting when I feel that, and it's hard for me to explain. Because as they've said, it's like this dance between them and me, right? And so if my concentration goes off, or if I can't find the word, like they're dropping it into my space, into my love energy body, but sometimes I just don't pick up on it. So yeah, anyway.
Does it make any difference when it's somebody that you don't channel as often? Is it easier for you to understand your angels than Bertha?
It's a little bit, but actually it's more about me and where my headspace is. But also if I have no clue what they're saying, like if they're talking about something completely new to me,
Right.
it's harder to come in. And they've said that when, like, you know, if they wanted to all of a sudden talk to me about, I don't know, like something absolutely out of my wheelhouse, like I've never heard of it before, that would be very challenging for me to channel because I have no reference for when they're dropping information in. It's like it's in Greek, you know, like I don't know what you're saying.
Well, this is making me think of reading a textbook about a subject matter that I already know a bit about, and reading a textbook about something that's just that I just like, and you have to every word like what?
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
So, but for some reason that was a bit challenging, but then it picked up.
Yes.
Anyway, so that was
Yeah.
really, she said it was going to be different, and it certainly was different.
So we had the islands of energy. She went a bit like there's a couple topics covered, so I'm just looking at my notes. So first there was the islands of
Source energy.
source energy that the souls, when they're on the other side doing their thing, going around to the different homes, right, accessing, learning, doing whatever else they do. I was glad when she said she was going to talk more about life on the other side, because I'm always curious about that. They can access these islands that are actually, it sounded like portals to me, like, or, you know, anchor points and that, but it sounded like plug-in points,
Yes.
you know, where you could plug in to reach my home, actually mine and Big
Yes.
Bertha's home, right? Well, I don't know if I know that that's Big Bertha's home too, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
The home that I came here from in this incarnation,
Yes.
which is the home where all love energy is stored. And do you think like she bounced between the terms source energy and love energy? Is that the same thing? Because she said the home where all love energy is stored, but then referred to it as source energy that they can tap
Well,
into.
because source, so love energy is an all-encompassing term, but then there are different levels of love energy.
Okay.
And so source energy is the highest level of love energy in all that is that we know about.
Okay, this is the home. These are described as islands because they're physical in a way. There is the home where all love energy is stored. And there are these islands of source energy. These islands of source energy are like access points to the home where all love energy is stored. And it allows souls to access source energy from wherever they are without having to travel. Interesting.
So yeah, because now I'm thinking of them in like plugs, like you said.
Yeah.
And it's yeah, it's like our sockets, we have this, but this isn't where the energy is stored, but I can access the energy from here,
Yes, I don't have to go to the power station over at the
Yes.
other end of town to plug in something and charge my phone,
So that's interesting because they say that Earth is modeled after that. And so it's yeah.
And then the islands they're also anchoring energy throughout our universe, and it has a special purpose, allowing them to move about. So then, while you were saying it, I got this picture of something like from a sci-fi movie, like they're bouncing off these islands to go to the other places. It said it allowed something about allowing them to go to the other, to move about the universe, to learn and grow.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then she got into the love energy on Earth.
Yes.
And we are bringing this, and when we each have our great awakening moments, I thought that was really nice. Like each of us is just inching up the amount of love energy that's flowing in, right? Like I know it's going to start when Pele is born, but we are, when we start having our great awakening moments, which I know lots of people have had awakenings, and which we kind of have referred to before as mini awakenings or, partial awakenings. When we have the really great awakening moments, we're gonna ramp up, each of us individually, the amount of love energy that comes in.
Yeah. So the way I picture that is like that it's like a pipe or whatever, a portal, whatever. It's open to a certain size. It will, with Pele's birth, be open to the maximum. And the love energy will be flowing through that because that's also the moment when the first wave will have all of their great awakening moments. So it'll be a big flow that starts coming through at that point. But there's always room for more, right? It's because it's this big pipe, big portal window to Earth. And so then as each of us continues to have our great awakening moments, more and more love energy starts coming through that portal that's already fully open.
Yes. Sorry that I think it's interesting the way Big Bertha talks in analogies, because I was like, I do that. I don't think it's a pipe, because a pipe to me is a finite circumference. It's a trench, and that it's flowing through. You know what I mean? Because we're all making the trench a little bigger and a little deeper. It's just these. I don't really have images, right? But I have these concepts come to me, and it was just as you're saying it, I'm like, well, not a pipe, because it's hard to make a pipe bigger. But anyway, cool.
Okay, and so it was interesting that Earth's universe wasn't made from source energy, because that would have negated the whole experiment.
Yeah.
Because it would have been impossible for us to not know who we are with that energy around us. So that's really interesting to think about, how this energy is going to be affecting us. All the things, all the messages that I've been receiving about how this energy is going to be affecting us. And now we understand why, because it's so powerful. And that we wouldn't have been able to have the blinders on if this energy was around us. Yeah,
which is like the blinders like are my biggest conundrum sometimes. And the thing that I most kind of like, it's like wishing it away. The like we're actually in the fun part. But I
Yes.
definitely long for home and knowing who I truly am and my great awakening and whatever, things like that, but it's like I'm wishing away the fun part. It's like
Yes.
wishing, okay, it's May right now. And if I was a real Christmas lover, which I'm really not, but people who just love Christmas and you're wishing it to be, and you're like, wait, you're wishing the summer away.
Yes.
Like, don't do that.
Exactly.
So like, it was by design. I mean, I know we knew that. It's just that it brought it home for me even more. Like it was by design, like they purposely gave us less love energy so that we could stay with these blinders on.
Yes.
And
We, like, it wasn't they doing this to us.
yeah,
We,
right. Sorry. Yes.
yes.
You're right. We as part of they.
Exactly.
The part
We as
of
part
us
of
that
they.
is they.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I heard somebody recently, I read it somewhere, or I heard it in a video, and I can't remember, so I can't give credit to whoever it was because I don't remember it all. But they talked about this, like about not wishing your life away, like not like and it's such a balance, right? Being on this spiritual journey because we all want this moment, this great awakening moment. But and it might have even been Ann Tucker that I was watching that said it, but I'm not sure. And she said, we have that. We came from that. Where the whole point is the journey of returning to there. You know what I mean? Like
I do know.
and
I know.
so it just sort of tweaked things in my mind. It's like, yeah, like we came from there. We have all of that all the time. The whole purpose was to go through this journey. But yes, I do understand that when we're here, that's not always easy.
Because I forget and I know I'm not alone. Like, so like, that's why I'm talking like I'm not alone in this. I see it in the comments, let's get
Yes.
on with this already kind of stuff, and I can't wait till we're done with this, whatever, stuff
Yeah.
like that. But like we did a really good job of the forgetting because I forget. I forget what it was like and what that exists and that I did come from that. And, I'm just waiting for graduation, sort of, like I'm in college and I'm waiting for graduation
Yes.
as if it's into something new, but really it's just back into something. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I know.
We did a really good job of the blinders.
We did. Yeah. Okay,
So
let's.
I shall remember to not wish it away because I am doing the fun part now, I guess.
Well, it's holding the balance. Like you can still wish for something and look forward to something, but not at the detriment, like not I try to keep those in balance,
And it's
enjoy
who's
my life and looking forward to something.
yes, and I do. I mean, by the way,
Yes.
I like my
Oh, I
life.
know you do.
I
I know
enjoy my
you do.
life, but I enjoy well, as I get older, more and more so, right? Like the small moments and all that sort of thing. But it's also like what perspective I'm looking from, right? Because like I'm in this blind perspective, wishing it, saying that that's the fun part. And yet when you're on the other side of awareness, you're like, no, that's the fun part. Like you're in the thing that so many souls want to do, but
That's
it's like, but it feels like, no, I'm not.
the epitome of the grass is greener on the other side.
Yeah. Yes. And also though, there's like there's no hip pain on the other side, like
Yes,
just the things that I do look forward to being free of. But anyway,
for sure.
interesting.
Okay, let's see what else she has to say.
Yes.
Okay, so we have circles. This is my angels. We now have another guest and we'll return to Big Bertha in a moment. I'm laughing because it's like, we'll return to your regularly scheduled programming. Okay. The pendulum is still. This is says, this is your mother, my mother. You are going to have a beautiful experience very soon. And this is not an experience that is a personal experience for Cindy. This is an experience that is an experience that you who are listening to this message will have. This is something that has not been shared as of yet. This is something that will be able to happen because of your access to this source energy. This is something that will help you to make a beautiful connection with your guides and angels. Source energy trickling to earth at this time has a special property to it. And this special property will allow you to connect with your guides and angels more prominently than you ever have. This is something that is already happening to many people. And you will have your moment of awareness with your angels and guides as well. Okay.
Your mother.
Yeah.
I was rushing so big when she came in. And we've had your mother come in when we've done, in my living room. But I not like that. Wow. Well,
Yeah,
this
that was a big surprise. I did not expect that.
Yeah, and I just have this what an esteemed guest. Sorry, how are you feeling?
Oh, thank you. I'm surprised. I'm really like, and for a moment there I was thinking, I'm going to stop this and we're not going to publish this.
Oh.
Because it's very personal, right?
Well,
and
yeah.
so I don't need people
Yeah.
I don't need that. So anyway, but yeah, so my mother actually came through yesterday and told me that she's now stepping forward as one of my guides. And
I'm rushing again. Big.
yeah, so like you said, Colleen, she has come through the pendulum. So she passed away 2 years ago. It'll be 2 years in July. And she's come through a few times. But now she's stepped forward and said that she's going to be my guide just yesterday. And then I got a message that I still haven't put up on YouTube, but I recorded it yesterday. So I'm going to be doing that. It'll be up before you get this because it'll be up before this is on YouTube.
Okay.
But as of this moment, recording this, it's not up yet.
Mm-hmm.
And in that message, they talked about how the love energy that's coming in now from Source is Like that was what the message was about how it's helping us. It has a characteristic, and they explain it quite well in the message. But it has a characteristic that allows us to connect with our guiding angels and our spirit team more powerfully and strongly. So I just thought that that was really significant, that yesterday morning my mother came through and said she's now one of my guides, and then I got this message, and then now she came through here. Like, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's interesting that our guides want to talk to all of you guys. That's
Yeah.
cool. I love this. Okay, so just to make sure to clarify, because people are going to be like, I want to watch that video. The video that you're talking about is going up on your Lady of the Forest 444
Yes.
channel somewhere around May 17th. I'm not sure exactly
Yes.
what day we're going to.
Yes.
Sorry, secrets out. Sometimes we record these a day before we post them.
But yeah,
Yeah.
takes
So,
time to do stuff.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, just like I recorded that Lady of the Forest video on Thursday, and I will be posting it Friday. Today's Friday, and I will be posting it after this at some point this
A
evening.
lot, like often, and in the past, our videos have gone up the same day that we recorded them, or the next morning or whatever. But anyway, so interesting. And so she says, so we're going to make this connection, and so all this. So what she's saying goes back to the last segment as well, right? Like, so as everything is ramping up with the energy that's coming in, it's also helping us to connect better with our guides and angels.
Yeah. Yeah, and maybe new guides coming in, because that's what just happened for me. And yeah. So I
Cool.
look forward to hearing those stories, to hearing people sharing when this, because she said that it's already been happening for some people. And I know that too from people that I've been talking to, that there are some people that are already experiencing it. So that's very exciting.
So both connecting with your guides and angels more prominently or in a different way or something different.
Yeah.
And then also maybe new guides and angels, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Go in the comments.
Okay. Let's see what else.
I don't even know
What else
who
we have
we're
here.
with now. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Surprise every video.
Yes, definitely. Okay, so we have circles. My angels are here. My angels have been behaving like the MC of the whole thing for these last couple. We are going to return to Big Bertha now and your regularly scheduled programming. Their humor. We are going to give you a heads up that this message from Big Bertha will be a powerful one. Okay, the pendulum has gone still. My angels have stepped aside. This is Big Bertha. I'm going to give you a little story to consider. This is a story of a woman who lives on Earth and has a private life. And this woman is going about her own business. And then one day, she is given a message that she will give birth to a soul that is going to change the world by opening a portal of love to Earth. And this is happening through her love energy body. This woman was a perfect host in that she immediately accepted this mission. And she began to prepare. This was a few years ago. This woman has been preparing for this birth for a few years. She has been tested an innumerable amount of times, and she has passed every test. And she is tired from this experience. And this experience has not even begun. This woman is a private woman. And she is not someone who seeks acknowledgement or wants any attention. This woman wants to live a quiet life and raise her child in a private way. This is a request that will be granted. This woman and her child will not become public people. They will live a quiet life, and they will be able to help many people from this position of anonymity. There are some light workers who will have some access to Pele when she is born. And these light workers have a connection already. And these light workers are already involved in plans to have some part in Pele's life. Other than this, there will be no public access to Pele. This is not about Pele. This is about you. This portal of love is opening because of you. Pele is just the first to be born through this portal of love. everyone on earth will eventually be born through this portal of love. This message is a call to action. You have been doing a fantastic job of holding a vision for Pele's birth and for the earth and the awakening process. Now you are being asked to hold a vision of privacy and protection for Pele and her mother. This is something that you may do, and this will help a tremendous amount. There are powerful forces at work that are protecting Pele. And this protection is all about access. It is not about danger. This is to protect Pele from people who will feel her energy and want to be close to her. So there is a group of lightworkers who are already involved in a protection guard for Pele. And this includes a few archangels as well. However, you can help. You can simply hold this vision of privacy and protection for Pele and her mother. This will have a powerful effect on the energies surrounding Pele that are seen by others. I have one last thing to share. You have been working on your own karma. And this is a tiring process. You have been turning towards the light. And you have been feeling your feelings and healing the karma. This is going to shift in the next couple of months. The energy trickling to earth will increase within the next couple of months to a point that will allow for those on the verge of completing their karma to experience a huge relief. Watch for this and feel the difference in how you feel now to how you will feel in a couple of months. Okay. Oh my God, she's done. Well, I'm just gonna ask her. She's done. Yes, she's done.
Cool. Okay, well, that was a lot of good information about the Pele
Yeah.
situation. That again goes back to what some of you have been discussing in the comments. And, now it's been like, was the eclipse it? And then were the Northern Lights, we had the whole
Yes.
light show. And was that it? Was that um, so it confirms for us again that like this has already been in the works. The people who are involved in this know that they are involved in this. And we're probably, lots of us aren't even going to know, right? I know it said that people can feel her energy, but really we're not going to really know like where she's been born or
Yeah.
who she is or all of that sort of thing. And that's by design. And
Yes.
there's been some discussion, like some people sometimes come into the comments, the whole Messiah thing, the whole idea that what's being said is that Pele is coming in to be a figure like the stories of Jesus were told. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that's how it really was, but and she's not, right? Like
No.
that's not her role. Somebody recently said in the comments, like, but from when she's born, it's going to take 30 years before she can do anything, like because until she's an adult,
Yeah.
she
No.
is going to do it at the moment of birth, like as she's
Exactly.
being born. Her whole mission is to open the portal, nothing to do with her life, right?
Yes.
So that's why then she and her mom are just like no photos, like we just
Exactly.
we're just gonna do our thing there and then we're retired, like we're living our life.
Yes.
Pele talked about some things she wanted to do in her lifetime in one of our other videos, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And it was nothing to do with what she wants to do for the world. Like it's things that
Yes.
she wants to experience when she gets here. So
Exactly.
they're saying like, it's all right. It's already underway. They who are involved know who they are.
Yes.
And we're going to get the gift of the whole reason for it being though, right? Like the whole thing is because we brought things to the point where she can do this and bring in this energy for us that's going to change everything for us.
And I felt so much compassion, like, because I didn't know who they were going to be talking about when they said there was this woman.
Yeah, I know.
And then they said that she was told that she was going to be Pele's mother. And I just had so much compassion for like,
Yeah.
wow, and all the tests, like, and how tiring that must have been, like all of that, when they were saying all of that, I could feel it all. So yeah, I definitely will be sending privacy energy.
Yes, hold the vision for Pele and her mother to be able to, and of course, it's not Pele, it's the light being who once incarnated
Exactly. Yes.
Pele.
Yes.
She's referred to as Pele because that's how the light being likes to be referred.
Yes.
Just like Big Bertha, that she named her, like she told us her name,
Yes.
right? I didn't name her.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so it's the light being, the soul who once incarnated as Pele is coming in as person X. And we don't even know if it's a female or male baby, right?
No.
Like, that's not, and so they're asking us to hold a vision for person X, which is
Yes.
much nicer referred to as baby Pele. And her mother to just be able to have their wish and live their life. And so that means we kind of become part of that guard by
Yeah.
holding the vision, like we're stepping up with this guard that aren't guarding her against harm. They're just guarding her privacy. It's interesting,
Exactly.
this whole thing about Pele's and her mother's privacy. And when your mother came in, that's what you said, eh? When I asked you how you were feeling, you said that
Yeah.
you almost shut it down because you are like you're a private person
Very much so.
yeah, and like much more private than I am.
Yes.
PMI kind of gal. And I could feel you when you said like you almost like, what do you mean my mother's here? Almost shut down. Okay, Colleen, we're not recording this one. Just
Exactly.
it's just interesting that you had a little taste of feelings.
Yeah.
And mentioned it, and then it went away, like we were done, and then this comes in,
Yeah. And so maybe that's why I felt so much compassion for her, because yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
Wow.
And then And then the last part, one last thing. You've been working on your own karma, and this is a tiring process. Yeah. You've been turning towards the light, and you've been feeling your feelings and healing the karma. This is going to shift in the next couple of months. The energy trickling to earth will increase within the next couple of months to a point that will allow for those on the verge of completing their karma to experience a huge relief. Watch for this and feel the difference in how you feel now to how you feel in a couple of months. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yes.
I'd like to be in the lineup for finishing the karma, please. I mean, I've completed a lot. I don't have nearly as much stuff going on, things that I came here to experience, you know?
Yeah, I find most of it for me is now just reactions to things that aren't really happening, you know, but I'm getting triggered and it's bringing up stuff. But then when I look at it, it's like, but that didn't actually happen. Like nothing's happening. Everything's okay. But I'm still having all these feelings.
Yes, but it's really something from past life karma
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, which I'll take. Like I'll take that over something actually happening because I've had enough of those in my life.
Yes, for sure. You're right. You're right. And yeah, exactly. Like the things that are still going on in my life, nothing compared
Yeah.
to things that I've been told went on in my past lives too.
Yes.
You know? So
Exactly.
lots to look forward to,
Yes.
lots to watch for, and holding this vision of privacy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will definitely. So that's what I'm going to be sending out energy to right now.
Yes, for sure. I was gonna say that. So we're gonna do our energy send at the end, and you can send it to whatever you like, but
Yeah.
I am going to be sending it to holding this vision for Pele, or baby Pele, and her mother, to have the privacy that they're asking for and to give protection.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for joining us, and can't wait to hear in the comments. And this karma stuff too, like you could put something about how you're feeling now if you wanted to, you know, like I'm not saying you'll have to share it, but anyway, come back in a couple months, or just mark it yourself and come back into the comments in a couple months and let us know, you know, what has changed. So thanks for joining us, and I hope you have a great day.
Yes. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Let's send some energy. Thanks, everyone.